Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey now.
So, this is our first episode of Auntie Listen. I'm so excited.
Me
So, we're
too.
going to start with the quote. And our quote is: as women, we have superpowers. We are sisters, we are healers, we are mothers, we are goddess warriors. And that is a quote by Meryl Dandridge. So,
All
what
right.
do you guys think of the quote?
I like that.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, I did too. And I thought,
Warrior women. Ah,
yeah, and I thought that since May is Mother's Day, is celebrating mothers, that would be very fitting. Speaking of Mother's Day, want to wish everyone, past, future, present mothers, a beautiful Mother's Day. Does anyone
Happy Mother's Day.
does
happy Mother's
anyone
Day, grandmas, aunties, anybody of the tribe can be a mother.
That's right.
Yes.
so here's my question. Name someone, a maternal person that has been an influence in your life.
Me.
Okay.
Who is me? We need
Marva.
to introduce ourselves. This is our first episode.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot. Okay. All right, Marva. Start with
So
your
hey y'all.
introduction.
I am Marva, Auntie Marva. I work in the industry outreach, so I help people find jobs at my college, at my alumni, Full Sail University. Shameless plug. Should I have said that? I don't know. But and I also do a lot of other interesting things in the entertainment industry and around the entertainment industry and in the community. And yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for
So
the introduction.
you're welcome. My influential mother figure for a very long time that I actually enjoyed
She
this
finna say
person
mine.
a influential mother figure has been for years has been Auntie Janisha.
That's what I'm finna say.
Auntie Janisha was almost like she was a mother figure in our life, and like Auntie Michelle said, collectively we can agree on that because we've talked about this for decades. But even though we got Mama, we got Grandma Phyllis, and we got Mama BG. Auntie Janisha displayed mother characteristics way back when she was in her early teens, when we were little, and she would do little things like I never forget. She does not even eat raisins, but she would make us peanut butter sandwiches with raisin faces, and it would be a smile with the raisins, and we just thought that was just our
Marva, remember
thing.
that time she had us cooking the cookies and you burnt your hand
I did.
in Georgia? You was baking the cookies and you burnt your hand on the thing.
What happened?
Oh, Fedra got a whipping.
Why he
Some
got a
kind of way
whooping?
Fedra was a fault. Fedra did something. But yeah, it was
Wait, it was
something.
a
I think
bad
y'all
burn?
was playing and Poochie got, but she had us. We had made some milkshakes that day. We made fries, and it was something else we made that day. We was in
I do
Georgia.
not recall this incident, but okay, girl. What else we did?
She used to have us like making the
I know she used to have us doing all kinds of little stuff. We used to do all kinds of stuff in the kitchen with like
root beer floats and stuff. But that was that year she had us making the cookies.
I don't remember me getting my hand
And
burnt.
Mama got burned.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, not funny that he got whooped, but
Yeah, because I think y'all was playing around the stove and she told us not to play around the stove. And so, yeah, it was funny though.
You already know we was going to be
In Georgia, the whoopings in
playing
Georgia was
on
funny
in.
because it was something that we did not supposed to do. And I mean, it was recommended for a whooping in Georgia.
Okay, Auntie Michelle, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I am Auntie Michelle. I'm a truck driver, as you can see, a mother of four. Auntie talk her ish, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk some ish all day, every day, all day. Period. But
Baby.
yes, yes, I am the mother. I mean, I am the baby. I'm sorry, not the mother, but I'm the baby sister of four. And
5.
oh,
It's 5 of us.
it is
Yeah,
5 of us.
but she is number 5.
I'm number 4 actually, out of the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's 5 in total. It is 5 in total. BG was on her ish. You feel me? I had a bunch. Yes. So yes. I have to totally agree with Marva. My favorite female. Yes, it have to be Auntie Janisha. It gotta be. But
I know
Marva
why you
played a big
hesitated.
role.
I know why you hesitated because I kept doing the same thing.
Marva played a big role in my life. As I got up a little older, I got introduced to my other sister, Tinkerbell, what couldn't join us today, and she played a major role. So I have been able to tap into so many, even with Grandma Phyllis, my mama PG, my auntie Destiny right here, my auntie Gull. Yeah, even my auntie Haley. Shout out to my baby, rest in peace, but turn up for my baby too. Like, I can say all the women in my life, good or bad, have played a major role in my life. So, with me, um, looking back, just being grateful for all the women what have came into my life and taught me something. I'm connecting with women now. That I associate myself with, which is teaching me certain things, feminine, balancing out my feminine side of me. So, and I remember when I started on my spiritual journey, my girl right there, Auntie Destiny, I didn't even know my auntie like that. And she walked me through. She walked me through. I thought I was losing my mind. She's like, no, those are angel numbers. You're not losing your mind. I really think she was telling me, you're not losing your mind. You just gotta meditate. You need to pay attention, and you gotta calm your mind so you can hear what the angels are trying to tell you.
That is true.
You gotta get the crystals. What crystals? Wait. Well, I need you to meditate first. What are you doing? And so, yeah, I remember countless days calling her, and she barely knew me, but oh boy, she got to know me really fast.
Yeah.
So yes, influence wise, yes, I have met some very beautiful, genuine women throughout my life, and good or bad, I was able to take something from them. Back to you, Auntie.
Okay, Auntie Janisha, you're next.
I honestly don't know. There has been so many people, so many women. I have more experiences. And then like Auntie Samira was saying, Auntie Michelle. What did you say your name? Auntie who?
Auntie
We all
Michelle,
have
talk
our
her ish, baby.
Okay,
Stop
Auntie
playing with your
Michelle
girl.
I know she have identity crisis. We never know who
Is
she
there
gonna be.
Hey,
so many women and girls when I was younger that taught me things. I can remember this one particular day, my ex-husband and I, we had a store. And I didn't learn to put on makeup because I really wasn't interested in it when I was younger. But
That was our thing.
one of our, in my hometown, let's say woman of the night, But she was just a friend to me. But I knew what she did, or at least that's what was said that she did, because I never saw her do it. But let's just say woman of the night. She was in the store one day. We were talking, and I complimented her on her makeup, and she sat there and she was like, "It's easy," and she gave me a makeup tutorial right there. So I really can't, there's a lot of moments like that with just women that I've talked to coming and going, and you don't know how they're having an influence on you or an impact on you, or just saying hello or whatever. And this is just in and out, not building a relationship that you're thinking of, but you actually are seeing them consistently on an inconsistent basis, right?
Right.
But it's like I said, it's moments like that with different women that have taught me different things. My mom, even though we were raised by our grandmother, and I'm going to start with her because she was the heaviest influence on me. Her drive, her work ethic, even though she was very rough, like it taught me something. And then I'm a Capricorn naturally, so I just would have probably fallen into it anyway. But she certainly drove it home. So it has a lot to do with the woman that I am now. And then my mom, because we didn't listen to much music except stuff that would annoy us in our house. But when we visited our mom, she turned me on to our cultural side. So the Blackness in me, that
Yes.
blossomed because of my mama, and I embrace that.
Yes.
Always have. And jazz, I love jazz. I grew up in the dirty South, so we had that music, but I was always interested in the hip hop music of the North because they had the jazz sounds in their background. And that, so that's some stuff that my mama introduced me to.
Okay.
And as y'all probably realize, a couple of these aunties on here are actually my sisters. So,
Yeah. And
they, even being younger than me, had an influence on me in my life because I was more reserved and these young ladies were more outgoing. So I actually learned to interact with people.
Turn up.
I still haven't learned to turn up, but I learned to interact with people by watching my younger sisters. I'm the oldest of the 5. And that's just, me being a mom, I was reserved. The mama figure, they say to them, I was more reserved because I was watching the coats or watching the door and watching their backs or whatever. But I learned a lot by just watching them and being responsible for them. So they were also mama figures in that way for me.
Okay.
I learned what to do and what not to do.
Okay. And now introduce yourself.
And my name is Auntie Janisha. What y'all want to say? Auntie Poochie. All the real nieces and nephews call me Auntie Poochie. I've never embraced that name, but hey, let's go with it. Whatever y'all want to call me.
And that's why I was
Auntie.
That's why I kept stopping because of
I know
that.
that's why you said you were pausing.
Yeah.
It's all right. Auntie
good.
Destiny.
So that's all you're gonna say is your Auntie Janisha? That's it. You're not gonna say
well, a little bit about me. I still enjoy watching people. And I am a farmer. I'm growing my green thumb. They're like chartreuse. I keep saying that. They're not quite green, no longer brown. And I'm getting out of the yellow stage, so I'm green. I'm getting there. So a micro farmer. I like assisting my community. I moved back to our hometown. We are 8th generation Floridians. Very proud of that. A lot of people can't say that. Seen a lot of changes in Florida. So, I'm home and I'm doing what I like to do. I'm also a returning student, an older student. So I call myself being more focused this time around. And it is. I'm happier. I'm at peace. So that's basically what I do. Student, grandma, micro farmer. That's me.
Cool. And we saved the best for last. Auntie
Yes, we did.
Destiny. I'm Auntie Destiny. I am a business owner. I reside in the Pacific Northwest. I'm a total West Coast girl. I am single, never married, got one human child, two fur babies. Yeah. And the woman that helped to shape me in my life is my Nana. My Nana was my best friend. And because of her, yeah, she spoiled me. She spoiled me rotten. I'm not even gonna try to pretend. I'm very spoiled. And she has taught me so many lessons, everything. I've learned everything from her, how to cook, how to read. She's always had my back. When I was born, I was cub-footed, so I had to have casts for the first 6 months of my life. And she took me to the doctor and he was cutting the cast off to change it, and he nicked my foot. And she said that I just gave her this look that he nicked my foot. And she said to him, if you nick my baby's foot one more time, we gonna have an issue. And he was like, I didn't nick her foot, but when he took the cast off, he saw that he did nick my foot. And so, and but she's the one that has shaped me, and I really miss her. We used to talk every Saturday. Some topics we didn't need to discuss. I used to tell her TMI. But that's what we do when we're older. I used to spend my summers with her, and we used to cook and just talk. And I had this, and I did spend one school year where I went to school, and I had this. Do you guys, when you guys were in school, did you have home economics? Did you have home ec in school?
I did, but my home economics person actually was our Auntie Louise, and I don't know how Auntie Gull, Auntie Michelle just now mentioned her, but she actually taught, and she was the makeup wearer early in my life. And the one time that I tried, probably why I didn't have an interest. I'm sorry, but I gotta share this right past. I was I love to meddle with stuff. And I went into her bathroom one day. She was babysitting me when I was younger, and put her red nail polish on my eyes for like mascara. I just was adding color the way I saw them add color, but anyway, you can imagine the mess on my
Right.
face and the whooping I got
Wow.
with my eyes glued together with nail polish. But
Oh,
anyway, yeah, Auntie Gull, she was our home ec person in the family. She's that gourmet cook. But yeah, we had that other thing in school too.
did you? Okay. Yeah, so I had that, and one of the projects I had to do was this latch hook. Actually, Nana should have got the grade because she did more of the latch hook than I did, because it was home and I was in school, and I come home and she be doing it. I'm like, Nana, that is my homework assignment. But she taught me how to braid. She taught me how to crochet. She taught me a lot of stuff. We had a lot of fun. So I have this topic that I have been dying to talk to you guys about. I've been a business owner, and so I have not had this experience. So I was watching this documentary on natural hair, and one of the things that they said was that companies were putting policies out about how you had to wear your hair. Have has that been your guys' experience?
I thought that was a thing of antiquity.
So
I know that things are
This
going on still, but I really didn't think that that thing was going on.
just in 2021, we had some heavy duty lawsuits in that year all together where they was attacking a lot of women, young boys and girls in the school system, all the way up to the business office setting. Yeah. When some mad videos have went out where even in sports they have sat there and cut the kids' hair right there on the court.
field.
Yeah, on the
Wow.
courts in the fields. Yeah, this is an ongoing thing. But I mean, I don't have that problem. I'm in a non-traditional women's field, so yeah,
Right.
count
You're a
me
truck
out.
driver. Right. I
Who
was
gonna
just
say anything to me?
I was just curious about that because for myself, and so I didn't have that experience. And then I found out that they have this Crown Act that was put in place in, I think, 2019. So that companies can't discriminate against you because of your hair. I think that is crazy. It is. See, I'm gonna go off on a tangent because I get so frustrated people telling other people what they can and cannot do with their body. It
Right.
is not, what do you care what I do with my, it is my hair. I
Well,
don't tell you
Auntie,
what to do with your hair.
I'm gonna take you down. Michelle gonna take you down. Nah, me and you view the world somewhat different. But I'm gonna tell what it is. Straight up discriminating. They we are, the challenge have always been for us to be like them. That's the challenge of what we face out here in this world.
Who is them?
And white folks, anything what ain't black. Now I'll try to be nice about it, but since you want me to put it out there.
But we just need to be clear on what we're saying.
Okay.
So that would be the dominant society.
Yes. Ever since slavery,
of
like
this country.
we that's what all that was about, like making us into something we're not. Our culture difference is just what it is. It's a culture difference, but it's like for some reason or whatever, I don't know. We supposed to embrace other people's culture and feel like ours should be shadowed out or whatever. Ours is ugly. Our hair, our skin tone, the way our body shape, that's been a thing forever. So I mean, this haven't just started. It's for us to feel like to hate ourselves, that self-hate about ourselves. But now that we have, a lot of people have stepped into embracing it with the natural hair. Y'all see us up here, natural. All
Yeah,
natural.
we all rocking our
Yes,
natural
but now
hair.
that we embracing it, it's to target it another way. Now that we accept, it's not what is nappy hair? Who came up with that? All hair is
Right.
beautiful hair.
Yeah, and it's not nappy. We got coily hair,
No,
we got kinky hair, but
there you go.
it's not nappy.
Oh no, I have nappy hair.
I'm about to say I got nappy hair.
I actually do have. I have, when there is for people who don't know, there is a chart of how kinky coily your hair can get, and mine happens to fall on that very last one. Like my
That
hair
don't make it nappy. It just makes it more curlier. I don't like the word nappy. Nappy was used to embrace really something ugly.
Mine is nappy. Mine is nappy.
Your hair is not ugly. Your hair is not nappy. All hair is beautiful.
Nappy is ugly.
Nobody said that. Well, I'm not saying that nappy is ugly.
Well, when it was made, it was to embrace us to
negativity.
Feel, negative.
Yeah.
So let's not use the N word. Let's use it's a little tight curls than others. Kinky. It's still beautiful. It's kinky, right?
Yeah. So now this is something I have experienced a lot of. How do you feel about when people just come up and start touching your hair? Because that, I tell you, that bugs me to no end. Do not touch
Wipe their
my
feet.
hair. You are
Wipe
not
their
my
feet.
lover. You are not my lover, so don't be touching my hair.
Pop
Again,
their fingers loose at the knuckles.
I don't have that issue either. Who finna walk up and
I
touch?
don't have that issue, but I have heard of that issue,
Yeah.
and I'm here to tell you, I'm not an exhibit. I'm not nothing foreign. I'm none of those things. I'm not an animal. You're not gonna pet me. And I have seen people, black people, get on the internet like, "Oh, what's wrong with that?" First and foremost, there's a lot wrong with that. Don't invade my personal space without my permission.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted somebody to touch my hair, I go sit in the salon all day, every day. Or I got several sisters, or because what people don't understand is first and foremost, around your crown chakra, that's definitely where you don't want people to play around at.
Yeah.
That's where you get in tune with the positivity of higher creation. That's how you know, that's how you embrace that. You don't want people playing around in your hair. And for two, some people don't believe in roots and all this other things, but that's a good way to enter that space. So you don't never know what a person's intentions is towards you. And you don't have to never know somebody for them to have bad intentions towards you. People get murdered out here all day by perfect strangers. You don't want to allow people into those personal spaces like that. No, you
Yeah.
can't touch my hair. No, you're not going to play with my hair. It's the reason why grandma used to roll your hair up and burn it. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
roll the hair up and burn it, place down the toilet somewhere. Yeah, it's a reason for all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never had anybody just come up and want to touch in my hair. Maybe because I keep that ice cube on my face all the time. But hey, hey, no,
Yeah.
I ain't had that problem yet.
Oh yeah, no. People,
But
yeah, no.
yeah, that I with Marvel, you gonna pull back a nub. How you say it, Marvel?
Wipe
Yeah,
that
So
finger to the knuckles.
it ain't gonna be nice.
so one of the ladies on the documentary was saying that when people would come up and touch her hair, she would touch their chin, and then they would take a step back because then they realize, oh, okay, maybe they really shouldn't be coming up and touching her. Yeah,
Right.
why would you go up to another? Okay, there's two reasons why I don't want people touching my hair. One, you're not my lover. Two, I don't know where your hands been because a lot of people go to the bathroom, they
Grandma
don't
say,
wash
Fizz
their
say,
hands.
yeah, Grandma Fizz say
No.
they been all scratching their ass.
Yep. I don't know where your hands been. Do not come and touch my hair.
Grandma Fizz always said, Grandma Fizz say, don't let people play in your food, don't touch their hands. You wipe your doorknobs off because people be playing.
Yeah.
Pop the lotion thread. Wipe
Yeah.
everything.
So
So
so another thing that they talked about in this documentary was how the Koreans have a monopoly on black hair care. How do you feel about that?
they don't any
Do
longer.
you agree or disagree?
They have a strong hold on it, but it's been opened up because there's been a big movement for women, especially of color, to sell our own products. And then also those of us in our kitchen laboratories that's creating our own products. So although they still have a big hand in it, it's opened up quite a bit. And that kind of stuff bothers me only because we had not moved in the direction that we've moved and opened it up, because nobody's ever going to open it up for us.
Right.
We're just going to have
Right.
to, instead of complaining, stop shopping so much over there, and yes, get in your kitchen laboratory.
Well,
I absolutely agree.
there have been some women that have tried to open their own beauty supply store but couldn't get suppliers because all the suppliers were Korean and they all have an agreement to only deal with the Korean hair shops.
Well, that's the thing of the past too, because I know several women that do, and they do still get certain things ingredients and a lot of their supplies from there,
Mhm.
but they Korea, I guess those areas realized how much money they were missing out,
Right.
and so they've opened that up because majority of the business owners that I know, the entrepreneurs that I know that make their product or is buying wholesale is buying it from over there, and they're buying it at bulk. I know one lady, she actually owns her own warehouse over there. I won't mention her name, but or can we? I don't know. But
I don't know.
just to be safe, I won't mention. But she has her own warehouse in uh, over there, and she's a huge supplier here in the U.S. and she's black. But
Oh,
there's
okay.
several. There's been many. There's been many. So things have changed over the years drastically. But a lot of people, like Auntie Janisha was saying, a lot of them are making their own products just because it's more convenient. They control what products are being put in it. They know the ingredients 100%, and they just have their hands. They're more hands on with their products versus relying on the suppliers.
Right. Okay. And so
And I would like to
And I'm
add
speaking
on
from
something
experience.
with piggyback off of Marva. Target, that it's a whole, the young lady, she's a black woman. She got Target have her product on their shelf. She got a whole line. And I know Walmart put up a black
Is that Carol's daughter you talking about?
is that
Because she sold it. It's no longer black owned, from my understanding.
No, I
They
researched it. She did it. They did it. I researched it, John. They did.
yeah, she
They
was just
didn't.
on a commercial
It's
again.
not sold.
No, they didn't sell. They said they'll never sell. They don't know why they keep putting it out there that they sold their product. They didn't sell, and they said they'll never sell.
I can't use her products because the scents in them are so strong it upsets my allergy. So I can't use any of her products. I actually started using the raw sugar products. I love their products and they're vegan. It's all plant-based and my hair just loves it. So, yeah. But I
But
did
I
try.
have, so I'm speaking from experience. I have sold, well, not me. Well, yeah, me too. I had one of my business colleagues and very, very close friends, Marcy. You all know Auntie Marcy. Marcy and was selling hair products, and so because I was assisting her with all of her endeavors, I learned firsthand a lot about that market. So I was helping her like learning and talking with the different vendors over there, and they would, hit us up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, just promoting. Hey, I have this product, I have that product, I have this strand, I have that, I have this color, I have this weft. So they're very much open because there is a huge market there, and they communicate with us more than anything because we can sell our hair. We can sell hair better than anybody.
Right.
So
I see a lot of YouTube and TikTok and on Instagram, a lot of black women got their heart products, health products out right now.
Mm-hmm.
In general, just a lot of vegan recipes, and I done seen some the juicing and all types of, and I'm impressed. I love my girls. I love I love my queens, and
Yeah.
they be going in. They really doing their thing out here. So yes, I have to salute. Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
got
do.
Marva. Marva do a lot of the natural juicing, and I know she was doing the sea moss. Yeah. And Marva have made me some hair products, and it did really well with my hair, because yeah, yeah, me and my
I have
hair be having a
a shampoo and a conditioner on Etsy now. So yeah, I'll let you know. I guess
Oh,
I
well,
guess
she
y'all
made
can
me some
add
hair
that to
grease.
my.
I don't know about the
I'm gonna
shampoo
have
yet.
I'm gonna have a growing list. I'm on Auntie on the go and Auntie make your own stuff.
Okay,
okay.
okay. I love it.
I feel y'all in as we continue. The list will get longer and longer, so y'all see all my involvement.
But I want
Okay.
to jump in here, because I got one I really want y'all opinion on. Now I'm gonna get messy, y'all.
Oh, here we go. Brace yourself, everybody.
Well, I mean, it's still okay. So we have a video, and I know Auntie Destiny put it on the on social media like that. But Marva, the video goes, it's a guy, he wants to leave a girl because her child is bad. The opinion is he wrong? Is he wrong, you guys? Is he wrong? I'm getting a little messy here now. Is he wrong?
So,
I need more detail.
yeah, when you
Okay,
say
so
bad, because
yes.
I
The
had
little boy
bad
was
younger
like, F
siblings.
you, and the little boy was like, I ain't got to do nothing. And you can tell this baby was bad. Even though it's a skit, but it was like one of the little bad kids.
so
And
undisciplined.
yes,
So he
because I done had some exes call me back and be like, can you talk to my baby mama? I'm gonna like, talk to your baby mama for what? Because your kids ain't treat me like hot. Well, sweetie. Cause you know how we raise them up over here. Y'all need to feel me. You go
Yeah.
respect the elder. Let me handle that.
So
But I mean,
Auntie John and I have had this conversation about people raising their children undisciplined and then releasing them onto the world.
absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely,
for us to
absolutely,
for us to have to deal with the aftermath, you know.
absolutely.
Yeah, and it is just listening to the stories on YouTube, and it is amazing to me how people in this day and age are afraid to discipline their children and the fear of them being taken away. I'm like, where was this rule when I was growing up? Because as y'all know, I did not grow up in the most healthiest, loving environment. So I'm like, where was that rule when I was growing up? Because I mean, I was getting hit with broom handles, mop handles, extension cords, you name it.
must don't know Auntie feelings.
So, well, yeah, but yeah, because back in the day, that's just
That was
how
the thing.
that was the thing. And you know, it was this, I don't know if I sent it to you guys or not. There was this lady, it was on what's it, Tiki Talkie, whatever that, what is that?
TikTok.
Thank
TikTok.
you. You know I don't know all
You
these
are auntie.
you know I don't know all these social media things.
My man said TikTok.
I'm not on social media, so I don't, yeah.
Hey, y'all go get y'all auntie. She always talking about a
Look,
TikTok. Mr. Snoop, Mr.
not
Snoopy Dog.
look, I'm not on social media, so I don't keep up with all their little names and stuff. But there was this lady, a vanilla lady, that was saying to all the black people, well, chocolate people, because I call everybody,
Oh, she
I
said
gave everybody
black.
ice.
Wait.
Yes,
This is
she
my
did.
Facebook.
Yes, she
And it's
did.
recorded.
Yes, she
And
did.
it's recorded.
Yeah. So she was the one who went
We
on
talking about you, Hunty.
YouTube and was like, I have a question for all the black people. She started off, don't look at my hair. She was like, but why y'all kids so bad? And why don't y'all discipline them? And the response that she got was, our kids may be bad, but they don't be shooting up schools. They don't be shooting up churches. They don't,
Okay.
back in
With
the day, we,
It used to be a thing. They shoot them up now.
yes, back
yeah.
in the day,
But it's because brothers like that are walking away. He decided to take the job, keep the job.
right,
This ain't he's not her household is not Florida, the right to work state. This is not a right to date. You there. You stuck. Bruh, stay.
What?
Whatever. It's a life
yeah,
sentence.
Huh?
it's a life sentence.
Yeah.
You
Who?
get,
Stay there. You chose it. Can't get out.
Oh,
mm-mm.
so you would date a guy and you would keep his bad kids, like he could just bring his kids up in that. over up in the house and just let it tear up.
Because with me, when you come to my house, you have to obey my rules. What you do in somebody else's house, I don't care what you do in somebody else's house. But when you come to my house, you're gonna obey
I'm
my
actually
rules.
addressing Auntie Janisha right now,
You're gonna
and I
obey
want to
my
hear her
rules,
say
or
that
you
this
gonna
man
get
needs
out.
to stay there and take the
According
disrespect of somebody else's seed.
I said that.
Would you tell your
Just
son that?
listen to. Hold it. Hold on. First of all, my son, he ain't getting off in nothing like that. Y'all know my son know how to walk off. Y'all know his mama know how to walk off. I'm talking about this young man. That ain't my
So
son.
why you trying to
That's
send
not
this
my
over though?
Because I'm just thinking about what Auntie is saying. I was being funny. No, I don't think that you should suffer abuse.
No.
But I
That
would
is
like
so
to know
unhealthy.
I would like to know how the mother is handling it. That's why I said in the
Oh, she
beginning.
was mad. She was like, "You doing all this? You doing all this? You gonna leave just because my son bad? You gonna leave? You ain't gonna right? Who? I
No,
want to
but
go help
how
the
is
brother
she
pack the
supporting
heck up.
him though? Because
Who?
you could be upset.
It
Is
is.
she
wasn't. She wasn't supporting him.
She wasn't supporting him at all.
Little boy was disrespecting him in her face, and she wasn't saying nothing. She was just like,
okay? Yeah. So
Yeah, she wrong for that.
So it's the question is not whether he's leaving because of the son. He's leaving because of the mother.
Yeah.
Because there are people who will actually stick around and try to stick that
Absolutely.
out because a child is a child and they need some discipline. Everybody can't. First of all, we were not designed to single parent it, either male or female. We were not designed for that. Children do need the balance, right? And some children are
Absolutely.
bad because they're looking for that balance or discipline challenged. Let's not say bad, whatever.
Right. They act
So they
out.
need a male role model in the house, or some might need a female role model in the house. So they're acting out, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that the mother, from what y'all just said, because I don't know the background or I don't know the story, she's not supporting him and trying to be there in that stand-up position. So he's not leaving the child, because I'm never in favor of leaving a child because they're children and they're going to do what you allow them to do. He's leaving the mother. I'm all for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Leaving her. Yes. It's just too bad that the child is being.
What I can't get is if a man or woman step up in your household, why are you not embracing the discipline that they're trying to put a foundation in on? Why you're not embracing that? If you want your family to work, it's the yin and yang, the balance there. Why would you embrace, like, my child could never? And I heard you say, Auntie Destiny, when they done brought all these rules in, my kids was raised up under those rules that they set in place. But I was raised by Grandma Phyllis, and one thing I do agree with her parenting was, ain't nobody what is not helping me see you to the bathroom gonna come up in my house telling me how to raise my kids.
Right.
Now, I did have a strong foundation. We have two on the line, Auntie Marva, Auntie Poochie. I truly believe in it take a village. I embrace that with my raising of my kids. So they had females and male figures around them all their life.
Yes.
And you get out of line, it was a certain discipline that we all can partake in. Not saying you're not finna abuse my child and all that, right? That you ain't. No, it's a way to get the point across. Marva talks them to death. I promise all my kids, Mama, can you just whoop us? We don't want to talk Marva. We don't. Auntie Marva, Auntie Poochie, they just didn't know how to take her serious.
It worked.
They didn't know how to take her serious. Poochie, she was more of the auntie everybody wants to go to for discipline because they know it wasn't no discipline. It was enough. She didn't tolerate for you to go to the extreme, but she also did embrace as strong as I did with my discipline. Marva, Them lectures right there, baby. Them kids say, "Mama, can you just spank us? Can you just give us a whooping? We don't want Auntie Marva."
It's
Marva
funny
used to
that you
sit
say
down,
that.
talk taught them kids 10 hours, almost 11. And she talked to them from the time they got home when they got in trouble to the time it's go get in the bathtub to go to sleep. And the kids said, "Oh, you know what? We'll just take the wood because they knew the wood was gonna just last."
Wait,
It's funny that you
you
say
make your
that
kids
because
sleep in the bath?
when y'all just said
Huh?
about how mama would hit, all right, Auntie Destiny said that she would get hit with different things, and then y'all said that, well, you must not know Grandma Phyllis, because it was the same way with y'all. The way that she used to talk to us, I used to wish to just get hit with whatever, because I can't stand people
Right.
talking to me any kind of way. To this
Right.
day, I can't stand it.
Yeah. You're
And
not gonna, yeah.
I would rather have been hit than the way she actually talked. It used to do something in my whole spirit and my soul.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I could
my kid,
never take
I
that.
wouldn't. Marva did
I
not talk
didn't
to my
talk to
kids
them
like
like
that.
that.
And I'm not,
She
no,
would
I'm not
give
saying
them
that you
those
did,
full
Marva. I'm just,
lectures
my
of
point is that
so
it
many
takes
scenarios.
that's why it takes a village, because we all have our different styles of coming at, and all children are not the same. So it
Right.
takes the different, all of our behaviors the way we are, bouncing off all their behaviors the way they are. That's why the village thing works.
Yes.
I totally agree.
Yes.
Because I done took them to Oscar, my stepfather. I done took them over to my mom. I done took them to my auntie Helen, which she was just drunk and she taught them to death to death. They thought that was funny too. I mean, I done tried different scenarios. I didn't stick with just one. I done went to some officers I knew, or people in the industry where my kids were saying they was trying to get to, and I would have them talk to them of the consequences you're doing right now won't get you here. That type of thing. And I had friends of mine talk to my kids. I would go and ex-boyfriends where is aspiring to be something and have achieved. I would go get them, or the guy of my life at that time. Their father, I didn't mind coaches,
Right.
whomever could get a problem, because she's absolutely correct. We all got different personalities. I don't know what my kids was gonna be, who they was gonna become. Just because they were my kids don't mean they was gonna have all of my identity, my personality. They was gonna be their own person.
Yep.
At the end of the day. And so I'm just thankful I had some safe havens for my kids to embrace coming up. I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. I was a big sister through the Big Brother Big Sister program. Speaking of, it takes a village. And I had my little from the time that she was 7, because that's the youngest they could be when they joined the program, until high school. And she learned really quickly that with me, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. She was used to her mom telling her the same thing over and over. If you keep doing that, you're going to your room. If you keep doing that, you're going to your room. If you keep doing that, you're going to your room. She kept doing it. She never got sent to her room.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But with me, she learned that if I say something, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So it try, you know how kids are. You tell them something, they got to test you.
Mm-hmm.
So we had plans to go out and to do something. And one of my thing is you have to get good grades. If you don't get good grades, then you don't get to do special things, because we're not going to reward not doing good stuff. And so she was doing her homework, but she wasn't turning it in. I'm like, why would you take the time to do your homework and not turn it in? I don't understand that. It's like you did
I
it.
came across a lot of kids do that.
Just turn it in. So
Yeah, I've
yeah, so
that's a common thing.
because she wasn't turning it in, she lost out on a privilege. So she didn't get to go out because her grades got affected. And so she turned all her homework in and she goes, I turned my homework in, my grades are up. I'm like, okay, I want proof. So she showed me the proof and then she got to go and do her special thing. But I'm just like, from now on, when you do your homework, turn it in and we don't have to go through this. It's just
Right.
like, geez, and the whining thing. She learned really quickly that if she whines, look, you whine at me, I'm just gonna walk away and act like I don't even know you.
Right. Right.
So she learned really
I think I'm
quickly.
like that. I think my discipline is more like yours, Auntie. Like I don't like rewarding hard-headed behavior, and I don't. I'll fuss, but I'm not. I don't. I'm not gonna cuss them and
No,
disrespect them like that. I don't do all of that. But I like to use whatever the things that they like. So
yeah,
if one of them was bad and the rest of them were good, we would go out to eat. But the bad one would have to eat, a sandwich or a ramen noodle at the table while everybody else ate their meal or oh I didn't say
nope,
if they were being bad, if they were showing out, they had to watch videos and stare straight for hours on end. And
mm,
I would sit there and they would watch some and then I would pause it. And I would explain that part and go into detail as to why that part was significant and why they needed to know it. And then it play again and they hated it. They was like, oh my God. It ain't gonna never end. So they knew.
right,
They already knew.
yes,
Try
and
me if you want to. I got all the time in the world.
yes, and the other thing too, I see little kids out at restaurants running around acting a fool. No, mm-mm. I tell them at the door before we go in, we are using our inside quiet voices. We are going to sit at the table like little humans. We're not going to be running around like wild banshees. If we can't sit at the table like little humans, we will leave. And I don't care if we've ordered and we're waiting for the food, if the food is on the table, because I have left plenty of restaurants with plenty undisciplined kids and the food sat right there. I pay for the food and we leave and they're like, but we didn't get to eat. You were running around like little wild banshees. Little wild banshees don't get to eat. Not at restaurants, not with big people. Nope. So we can go home and you can have peanut butter and jelly. That's what you're gonna have for lunch, or maybe jelly because I'm allergic to peanuts and I'm not touching no peanut butter.
So I was always a foodie, and I just heard Auntie Marva say that they got to eat ramen noodles while everybody else had their meal. Now that had to be a heck of a meal for me to care that I only had ramen noodles. Just
See,
saying. And
when
peanut butter and jelly, that was a delicacy too. So,
see when
I
she
don't
said
know.
that,
I just
I
like munching. Go
it,
ahead.
no, when she said that part about them having to sit at the table and eat, my thing was, if you act up, you just don't get to go there
That was Marvel.
because there's
And
still a
Marcus ain't care about that.
because
Marcus' personality, he did not care. And
there
she
is
couldn't stand it.
yeah, because there is still a reward is still being given because they still got to go to the restaurant. They just didn't get to eat the food served at the restaurant.
it was a matter of the other kids enjoying themselves, and I would engage in conversation like, "So is that good?" Like we would rub it in. He used to say he didn't.
Yeah, but no, see that part they were still being rewarded. So, see, I'd have left his little butt at home.
Well,
So, but that's just me. So, this is also not only is it Mother's Day, month, but it's also mental illness month. So I would like to
Yeah.
ask you guys, how do you your self-love for your mental illness?
How do we nourish our mental?
Yes, thank you. How do you
Being grateful
nourish your
every day.
mental illness, your
I'll,
mental
I'll,
health?
I'll speak up on that because this year I turned 50. And I've been saying for the longest time that these days I give myself grace. Last year, I actually lost one of my sisters. We actually just met her a year ago, and one of my dad's daughters. And so we got a whole year with her. And another of my siblings was kind of upset because I didn't draw closer. Because some of us, it wasn't just me, didn't draw closer or whatever. And I can't speak for anybody else. But the day after we lost her to cancer, I lost my stepdaughter, who was she was older than my two biological children, but I knew that baby since she was 3. And it was just it was a lot. Over last year, there was a total of 11 people that were somewhere in the near vicinity of being just close to me, including those 2 and uncles. And it was just a whole lot. And I had just moved back home the year prior from a job that I kind of liked. You know, it was interesting being a truck driver. I was out and about and carefree, didn't have a care in the world. I moved back to my hometown. I was ready to move back, but I wasn't ready mentally for all the responsibility that came with it. I knew everything that was facing me, but it's something that you just can't get ready for. And I know my sisters on this call know what I'm talking about. It's a whole lot, and it still is. But point is, even before Bo passed and Brittany was only 32. She would have been 33 right now. I was in this phase where I had decided to give myself some grace. Because no, I don't get everything right. But there are things that I've gotten right and things I've gotten wrong. But the grace part comes from accepting the fact that I've gotten some things wrong, but I'm still here to get some stuff right. And I've tried to make it a point to learn more about me and learn more about people and learn more about stuff and look into my interests. That's how I nourish my mental health, by actually just chilling and doing things that I like to do. And everybody around me don't like doing the things like earlier when I said about us, we're from South Florida, and I wasn't into booty shaking music. It's kind of always been a part of me, giving myself some grace because I know what I liked. And if I wasn't into it, I just happened to be a fly on the wall in the space. I'd be in the vicinity, but my spirit was always not attached to the thing, you know?
Right.
And I didn't always, I wasn't one of those young people that caved under the pressure of my peers. That didn't matter to me. Yeah, I'll go because y'all my siblings, but they know I was just me in the place. And I never really kind of felt bad about that I wasn't into what they were into. I just didn't like certain things. And these days, fast forward, that auntie, the culinary artist in the family, Auntie Gull, Auntie Louise, the one whose nail polish I put on my eyes for mascara, she used to tell us that, at least she told me that your friends are not always gonna like the things that you're into. Your husband or your boyfriend might always, even your best friend may not like the thing that you like doing. Take yourself to the movies, take yourself to dinner. And that was something that I've embraced. So nourishing my mental has always been, continues to be, I take myself to places. I don't have to have somebody with me. It would be nice, but you know, I do tend to like my company. but
I'm the,
that's not always promoted.
yeah, I'm the same way. And I think it's because we're both Capricorns and we share a birthday. So we are a lot alike in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Well, I actually learned that same thing from Auntie Gug too, but I learned it a lot earlier than Auntie Janisha. I was 22. I was 22 because she used to always say it when we was growing up, but you know, you hear things, but you don't really put them into practice all the time. But I was 22, and we had a habit of doing things together as siblings. And but sometimes if we would come up with ideas and stuff, and I would always think about different things that we could do, but I couldn't really do it because my sisters had children, and or for whatever reason we were spread apart, so we couldn't really. We never. It's not that we couldn't. We never really did certain things like trips and things like that. And so Auntie Louise, she was like, "You want to go on a cruise?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to go on a cruise." So she was like, "Give me X amount of dollars, and I'm gonna book the cruise." And she did. I gave her the money. I think she had reached out to y'all, but y'all couldn't go because y'all had kids or whatever, for whatever reason.
That's why she didn't reach out to us. It's okay. We know why. It was we had children.
Right. So, but she and I realized that this was a learning lesson that she was teaching me. She booked the cruise, and it was me, her, my aunt at that time. I was 22. She was like 50 something, and her grandson, who was 14. Huge age gap. We went on this cruise together, and when I tell you, it was the best experience up to that point of my entire life, because what she taught me was we would go on this. We got on the ship. We would plan stuff together, but then she would say, "I'm finna lay here and read my book." And I'm thinking in my head, I don't want to read no book. Let's go. Let's go do this. And she was like, "Okay, so go do it. I'm gonna sit here and read my book." And so me and Marcus, at first, the very first time we were sitting there looking at each other like, how she just gonna lay there and read the book? I thought we was coming on a cruise together. It wasn't until, and it was several days that we were on this ship that it dawned on us that, oh, she wanted her own time. So you go do your own thing. And we started to do our own thing together and then individually too. And it was at that point, at the end, it was at the end of the cruise that she, pretty much put the stamp on what she was teaching us. But we were on the island, and she said, "I'm gonna lay here on this beach. Y'all go have fun, and then we'll meet back at such and such time for dinner." And it like I was mind blown because I was so used to doing everything with my siblings. And that was my first time that I ever kind of did anything on my own. And from that one to this one, I've been Uncle Traveling Mac. I've been gone. I've been gone. But she taught me that. And I was like, oh, we can do things on our own, because I was so used to being with my siblings, and we still get together and do things all the time, but I also do a lot of things on my own, and she taught us that. You said when we were growing up, but she pushed me off the ledge, and I was like, okay, I get it.
How about you, Auntie?
That's funny that you think that you learned that before me, because I was in Atlanta by myself doing all the stuff. Yeah.
I keep
because of her.
Marvin, you're the middle child. You don't get a first, baby. You just get the leftovers.
I keep forgetting that we're not the same age.
Marvin, you get leftovers. You would never get the first.
Disrespect, Auntie. She keeps forgetting I'm not her age.
Yeah.
That's why y'all supposed to be. I turned 50. I told them they're supposed to be calling me ma'am.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She called me ma'am.
I'm supposed to be ma'am now.
And the day I do it, it's the day.
Just hush.
She said,
Hell, please, not gonna happen.
Okay, Okay, Auntie Michelle, how do you care for your mental health?
My mental health, baby, yes.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I don't let nobody get on my nerves anymore. I mean,
Mm,
in my growth, you walked my spiritual journey with me,
yeah.
Marvin, Auntie Marva, Auntie Poochie as well. They, everybody had a part of my spiritual journey, and so when we talked about earlier, the women would have embraced us or had an impact on our life, good or bad. So you will hear me say the term it's good or bad because even with the bad, the negative energy that I have took on and embraced um growing up, the things that have happened in my life, I am still continuing to work on removing them and understanding that it happened for a reason,
Mhm.
not for me to feel bad or be angry all the time or to lack anything. It was to put me in a position where I was going to heal later, be able to heal, utilize my gifts, know my strength, and by empowering that and by embracing any of my gifts, I had to reach down within and I had to do the like child healing. I had to do the shadow work, and it's a never ending story. I remember when I first started, you was like, "Oh, honey, it'll never stop." I just, I every cycle um with this, you'll go through some more angel numbers, and I just started going back to 111 and 222. It's like every cycle, I know when it's gonna start now. I know when it's gonna start, and I know when it's about to end, and it'd be like a different angel number I never got before, and it's like so cool. So and by embracing that and staying humble, being grateful, um, meditation, being in this truck and peace of mind. I tell you what, to love on yourself, baby, I'm gonna tell you, be at one with yourself. Oh, you will not stand the person you is, and you will be forced to change. Like people deal with that. Yeah, the people be dealing with that. But the good thing about it is, I look at older people and was still set in their ways, not particular positive. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be that person. So I'd rather fix it now. I'd rather embrace it now so I don't be that person later on. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be able to find within nurturing Marva and my homegirl Miss Cherie. They're teaching me, they have been teaching me to embrace my feminine side. Oh, and my daughter, my oldest daughter, Tatiana. So we've been working on my wardrobe, and wardrobe been getting up. I can't quite naturally wear it out here, but they've been helping me with that. And I mean, so it's my mom, even my mom, she like jumped right in and bought me like 7 outfits that helped me with this new journey of balancing my masculine and my feminine side. So yay to that. And I would have to say my growth, embracing when it comes in, what's coming up. I I had to, something I thought I took care of a while ago. I didn't take care of it, I guess, properly, and it came back up, and I had to nurture it and see it for what it was and release it healthily again. So I mean, just going within, and when things are coming up, I'm not opposed to being, you know, I'm not deflecting anymore. I'm embracing. And that's the best way I can be right now. Like when people are saying things to me, negative or positive, I embrace it. I embrace it. I used to be, that chick. Like, baby, I don't mind wearing no orange. Which I mean, she right in the corner. Don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. If I can do it once, I can do it twice. But I choose to be more peaceful and humble nowadays. Like my baby girl, my niece sit and say, "You done just got soft." No, baby, I done got smarter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say it comes with age, but I really think it comes with me going within and really putting the healing work, forgiving myself and understanding the people, this journey, just embracing the journey altogether. The experience altogether. I mean, oh my gosh, it's a roller coaster. It's a hate and love relationship, but it feels so good. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't change it for the world. I never thought I'd feel this peace. And baby, anybody can get about this peace. I will. The Aquarius in me was detached quicker than before. It used to take me a little while because I used to fight with that Pisces and the Aquarius about me. No, they're okay. No, they're okay. Let them go. They're okay. Let them go. But that Aquarius in me, she be like, no, girl, she got to go. He got to go. Don't even waste your time. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. So that third eye be like, oh, baby, don't even go this way. No, I don't want your number. No, no, no. Just turn on around and go another way. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yes, that balance, understand the balance. It gets confusing and it gets worrisome and but you just remember that you always surrounded by greatness. I'm always surrounded by soldiers and greatness and warriors. I'm never alone and I am always in good grace. So yes, that's my little story right there.
I guess I need to, because I really didn't answer the question. I think I was piggybacking what you comment about Auntie teaching us to be um
To be by ourselves. But I've learned something this year, and this is to answer the question, Auntie.
Okay.
I'm not. I haven't figured out how to maintain my peace. I haven't figured it out, and I discovered that this year. I thought I did. I thought I did prior to now. I thought I did a long time ago because I am one that will I walk away from some stuff. I'm not easily angered, but I think I've always been like that. I've always been like that. Like I'm not easily angered. Like it doesn't. It takes a lot to get me to upset me.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some things going on in my life right now that I know that I'm not happy about. I love my job. I love what I do in general, on my job and outside of my job for myself. I love what I do, and I thank God that I gave me an opportunity to see that I could go do what I wanted to do professionally. I love that. But there's some things in my personal life that I am not happy about, and I see I've been noticing some old things resurfacing. Some old things have been resurfacing that I thought I overcame a long time ago, and I've been finding myself angered, like angry, and so I realized it again. I learned this year. It's only been we month 5 into this year, and I figured out like 2 months ago that I have not figured out how to harness my peace. Like, because at certain points you're supposed to tap into it. When things happen, you tap into that peace. Mm-hmm. That way you can maintain. I feel like I'm holding on by a nerve. I know I'm holding on by a nerve. I feel like any moment that I'm about to snap because of those couple of things that I have no control over, and I can't fix them. I can't fix them myself. Time is required for these things to change. And it dawned on me like, whoa, girl, you got a long way to go because you need to relax. You need to relax. And I found myself taking things out on other people that they didn't deserve. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because of those things. So I'm gonna ask y'all to pray for me because I learned that this year, and I know Auntie Janisha, Auntie Michelle. I haven't. We talk often, but it came to me not too long ago, and I had not spoken with y'all about that. Even with Auntie Tinkerbell, I hadn't mentioned that to her either. Because I think I was still processing it. I think I was kind of in disbelief because I always thought of myself as being in a place where I'm not where I used to be. I used to have an anger issue when I got mad. Like it took a lot. It took a whole lot to get there. But once I was there, I was Michelle mad.
Right.
And I couldn't turn it off.
She was the old Michelle mad, but that's either here or there.
Yeah, the old Michelle mad. The old Michelle.
So I'm gonna tell you what I told Michelle when we first started her on her journey. Get a notebook and write at the top what I'm grateful for. With that, you write the things that you're grateful for, even if it's something that you want and you don't currently have. Just write that you're grateful for it. So if you want more peace, then put I'm grateful for the peace in my life.
That's what I'm saying. I do that. I have several journals. I have one in my backpack, one here inside the console, and I keep them close by because so that the moment it comes up or I think that I need to write something down, and I love stationery, so I keep a lot of stationery. Like I'm always writing these things down, and I write. Like I write my dreams out. I write my affirmations out. I physically write my affirmations out. I write my wants and my desires. I'm notorious for writing them out, and I know for a fact that I've been able to accomplish a lot that I've accomplished because I started writing them out years ago.
Right.
I think I wanna come in there, Marva. Two things that you probably and she's good at writing. That's more my weakness. And I was just told in one of my readings, oh girl, you need to start journaling. Yes, I am embracing the journaling. But as far as Marva, one of the things that kind of kept me to like I would get angry because it don't just go away. Our traits, the old traits just don't go away. You have to kind of like I stay, even and this truck is good because I get ready. You mother, okay, you know what? And I have to tap something. You know, I kind of check myself like Michelle, calm down. There ain't nobody get hurt. You know, or I know when I first started doing this, I would do the breathing. Auntie Desi, remember when I was doing the breathing work? Like you take a couple of deep breaths. So you find it's certain things like when I do this, I'm gonna do this, and then you want to go. You want to, Auntie Desi, remember this part of it when I was going through mine, and it speaks about you want to know where that's really coming from. And Marva, remember when I told you when you got to write out to yourself, the more you keep writing a letter, no, not just journaling, write a letter. And remember when I just found that thing what I talked to you about, and I told you, and I got to do the shadow work. I had to write a letter. I had to write that letter again. And under them full moons, mainly, you want to set on fire, release it back.
Yeah.
It was never yours to hold on to. So it's something in there because that anger get target off for that negative energy. It's somewhere embedded in deep. And the more we're doing shadow work, the more you're doing your affirmations, the more that stuff is going to arise. And you have to tend to it and nurture it to release it in peace. Because what happened was somewhere within all the trauma and everything, it wasn't released properly. And we tend to do this. You know, we had to. That was a survival. It was a survival to us to not embrace it right then and there for whatever reason. And it's nothing, everybody does it.
Yeah.
But it's something there, and you're gonna have to get to the bottom of it. It's none of us on here can really tell you where it's at, but the more you ask and go within and shadow work and go within and ask your ancestors, man, what is this? What is triggering this? Because I know me being disaster with my moods from my youth came from a lot of that pain and hurt and tragic those tragic moments that I had done impressed within me. And the more I release them out, the more I find myself where I can control my temper more. And I'm not all the way there, but I find myself being more in control of it. And even when things what supposed to affect me, what have affected me years ago, it doesn't do that as much. And I always make sure I check it when it comes in. I make sure I properly, let go. And right now, anybody what I deal with, we have to have some kind of we have to be on some kind of page for me to even deal with you. Meaning, if we can't have those very uncomfortable conversations so we both can heal and make sure everything is squared away right here on the surface, can't deal with you. I'm not doing it no more.
Right.
Just not gonna happen, because at the end of the day, I have to do this by myself. I can come to y'all for advice or whatever, but at the end, when you're going on those journeys, that's self. Nobody's rocking with you on those journeys, and that's how it's gonna be. But writing those letters out to yourself, apologizing to yourself, or writing out to whomever, if that person click in your head, whatever happened with that person, write a letter to them. I ain't saying go U.S. mail it and give it to them. Just burn it off and give it back to the universe. It was never. If we hold on to things that was never ours to hold on to.
Yeah. And sometimes too, you have to ask for outside help. So like me right now, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety. And because, well, I started back with therapy, and I didn't start the therapy because of my anxiety. I started the therapy because when all that stuff went down with my mom and I wanted to murder somebody, I held on to that anger a lot longer than I normally hang on to anger. And it kind of and it kind of scared me. So I had to go. So I had three options: figure out a way to get to Georgia and murder her, or well, to or get on a
You know this
plane.
is recorded, right?
Yes, get on a plane
You ever heard
and,
of paramedic?
and go
Okay.
and go hang
Okay.
out with the monks in China and just meditate, or three, go to therapy. Okay. So since I enjoy my freedom, I didn't want to go and, commit murder. And I couldn't get on a plane to go to China. So I elected for therapy. And so therapy is a really good tool to have. And I don't know why a lot of people see negative therapy as something negative. It's something that is extremely positive, and just having a neutral party to talk to and get ideals from is very beneficial to everybody's mental health. Therapy is a good thing. And I've gone to therapy several times within my life, you know. So I always, if I'm having an issue that I can't deal with on my own, then I seek outside help.
I embrace counseling and therapy,
So it's not a sign of weakness to go and get outside help and get help from experts. I mean, if your sink broke and you needed a plumber and you couldn't fix it yourself, you're gonna call a
I can.
plumber. We not
The lies you tell, I
okay.
can.
You can, I can't. And since you don't live close
I'll walk
enough
you
to
through it.
me,
I'll walk you through it, child.
you know, so don't be afraid to go and get outside help, because holding on to anger is not it's not good, and that is an emotion that you want to release, because we just want to have positive emotions. We want to be in our best positive way,
Wait, hold on.
positive light.
What Marva smiling about?
I'm listening to Auntie.
Why you smiling?
Because I'm listening to Auntie. I'm taking in what you're saying.
Which part
You
did
know,
you take in? To go
you
kill
know,
somebody? Because you went to smile off that part. Hell,
so I wear my emotion on my face. I can't hide it. So
But yeah,
nah, I ain't trying to kill nobody.
I ain't lying for on stand for now. One of y'all just want y'all to know. If they cut me a deal, I'm taking it. I'm snitching. What's that? What's that?
what's that
What's that little
saying?
red dude? Charlie. What's his name? Charlie
Snitches get
somebody.
stitches.
Oh gosh. Look here, Thug Life.
I ain't trying
Snitches
to get.
get stitches.
Look here, Thug.
Uh,
Poochie, you hear this?
so we're almost
Auntie
coming to
Poochie?
the
Dude,
end of our first episode. I'm so excited. Any final thoughts?
I hear my chickens out there carrying on. I'm a chicken
What
auntie.
happened?
Anyway, I was just saying, I think it was a good show. We were all over the place, but I expected as much, this being the first show. I would like to tighten it up some so we can make more of a point with the topics. But there were good topics, and I think they flowed together. The natural hair, and I had wanted to get into the mental part of our hair, like what it meant to sit under a straightening comb, and how those tasks made us feel. You know, we're gonna have to revisit that. But definitely being Mother's Day this month, which is next Sunday. And then
for real?
mental health awareness month, the entire month. I think these were very good and very timely with all the things all around us, because we are not on an island. We are not islands of our own. We are in this thing together, and yeah, I appreciate this conversation. It's just gonna grow, more conversations and more conversations, and more growth and more growth and more growth. And I love y'all.
I love y'all too.
I love you too, but girl, I'm trying to move to Puerto Rico on one of them islands, or one of them islands over there. Huh? I'm trying to move to one of them islands. So if y'all don't see me,
You
mind your business.
You gonna be on one of those islands?
On one of those spiritual retreats. No device, no nothing. Y'all gotta sit, smoke sickness, come find me.
She gonna live off the grid.
Marva Fro.
Well,
Peace
it was a good show. Thanks, lady.
It was. Thank you.
Love you. See you next month.
Love you too.